It is the Speed Racing Network ThermoPro Series, round 9 of 18 from the virtual Michigan International Speedway. I am Emerson Arden in the virtual booth this evening, and I'm excited to be bringing you live coverage here from the virtual Brooklyn, Michigan. And last time out, it was Vincent Cortez outlasting the short track Chaos to claim his second victory on the season. And tonight, we are here halfway through the season at the Bad Fast 2-miler here in the Great Lakes State. Qualifying is underway. Again, round number 9, the playoffs are looming. 4 races left till the playoffs after tonight's round here from Michigan. After tonight, we go down to Lone Star State, we go to Texas, then we go to Talladega, Rockingham, and Kansas to close out the regular season. And the qualifying times are flying on the board. 13 drivers have set times, still waiting on 2. Last night's winner, Connor Cunningham, has entered the field tonight. Connor got his first career Speed Racing Network victory on a late race pit strategy call to fit on 4 fresh tires. He had conserved the tire sets, and they paid off loads there at the end on a double overtime. Crazy finish last night in the Glitch Truck Series. Connor went from 15th to the win to get his first ever race victory here in the Speed Racing Network, and is looking to go back-to-back and sweep the weekend tonight here at Michigan. Last week, we had a pretty chaotic race in Michigan. Had about 12 yellows there. It was triple overtime. The race ended under caution, and there was a whole plethora of strategy calls that came to fruition. But of course, it was Cortez and Balliet, the 2 butting heads at the front of the field. Balliet never got his fair shot in those fresh tires. Cortez played it right. And here we are, both of them with a couple wins apiece as we are looking up at the rest of the season. 20 minutes left here in qualifying. 14 drivers have taken time. It does not appear Connor is on the timing sheet, so we get ready to do battle here from the Great Lakes State. Fast, wide, 2-mile D-shaped oval owned by Roger Penske. Early 2000s, this place used to hold IndyCar races. That speed record set by Jill DeFerrin, 241 miles an hour, and faster than that, even in qualifying. Tonight, these ThermoPro Series cars, we can see them get into the range of 185, 190 here at the ends of these straightaways. Maybe with the draft 195, they're lucky. Field gritting up, getting ready to do battle tonight, and it is a first-time pole sitter this season. It is the man who runs this show, Jonathan Byer, out in the front row, ran a 39.09. It's Ed Shearer who starts in that second position. Row 2, it's Vincent Cortez and Joshua Balliet. Making it back to row 3, Seth Berger and Jacob Zala. Starting in 7th, we have Logan Truitt. Carl Burke will start in the 8th position. Row number 5, we see Jesse Nakula and James Jackson. Starting 11th is Jackson Wade. Then Tyler Markle starts 12th. And rounding out our 15 driver grid tonight, Troy Techmeyer, Landon Cardillo, and last night's winner, Connor Cunningham, riding shotgun on the grid tonight. That is how these 15 drivers have qualified and have worked their way to the starting grid at this point. About a minute left from our formation lap. It's going to be a great night tonight. Out of the short track Chaos the past couple weeks with Bristol and Richmond. Also had the road course in there, Road America. We get to some great racing action is upon us. Multi-groove racing. Last night we saw a lot of slide jobs and drivers sending it deep into corners to get those moves completed. And I can expect more of the same tonight. Maybe a little bit more strategy being played in tonight's race. And it looks like everyone has taken to the grid, and the safety vehicle is rolling off the pit lane. So here we go. It is Byer and Shearer, the front row, and Jonathan Byer, again, the owner, the president here at Speed Racing Network. Namesake, he's got a couple teams in the field this evening, and finally, for himself, he gets himself a pole here in the ThermoPro Series. Byer, oh my goodness. Right, Byer serving a penalty from Richmond. He will not even start on the pole. He qualified on pole, and he'll get the bonus point for qualifying on pole. But Bayer does not get the privilege of starting on the front row. Bayer will drop to the rear. Oh my goodness. And so Bayer will have a long climb up the running order tonight. Again, after qualifying on that front row, all the way back to the back. Well, that makes it Cortez, last week's winner on as the pole sitter. Shearer, looks like Berger going in third, Bally at fourth. Truitt, Zola, and the rest of the entire left side, the entire left lane will move up, and that is how we will be ready to do racing here at Michigan. 2-mile D-shaped oval, 100 laps, 200-mile stage. One concludes at lap 25, where the top 10 score points, and the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. The field is in the hands of Vincent Cortez, and green flag is in the air. We're racing from Michigan. ThermoPro Series vehicles roar to life here at Michigan. It's Vincent Cortez clearing to the race lead. Edward Shearer second. Seth Berger third. Zola clears to fourth. And now Balliet around the outside. He's looking to get up there into that fourth position, trying to clear past the 85. And everyone will file in line. James Jackson in that 29 machine, the sixth. Truitt, Markle, Nakula, Techmeyer, the top 10. Cardullo, Bayer, Wade, Burke. With 14 drivers running, Cunningham has yet to take the green, so Cunningham not being scored right now. There's some smoke on the front straightaway, not going away there, so we'll see if that makes his way out of here. Fastest lap on today then to the 24, Vincent Cortez, 39.4 out in front of the field here. Let's preview some information pre-race. A little bit of fuel concern in this opening stage. The stage ending at lap number 25, and the fuel tanks only able to go 25 laps wire to wire. You also have to consider the fact that these drivers had an entire formation lap. So these drivers essentially running 26 laps here on a 25 lap fuel tank to the stage break. And then you also have to think about the caution lap, adding another lap there as well. So these drivers having to save about a pace lap of fuel here, and working lap 4 of 100. We'll see. It looks like it is 4 teammates nose to tail out in front of this field. We'll see if they start to alternate positions to give the others a chance to save some fuel, or Vincent Cortez is going to lead them all here, and he's going to bite the bullet with the fuel troubles sure to ensue later. The cows back here is Bayer trying to work his way forward. He's got Cardullo and Nakula, a couple of his team cars dueling it out right in front of him. Cardullo sporting some new colors on that number 30 machine. He clears by Nakula. Here comes Bayer as well up the inside. The gap's starting to open up. Shearer open nearly 3/10 on Berger. Berger in third. Balliet, Zola, and the entire rest of the train behind. The top two starting to break away a little bit. And that is more likely to happen here, as now Balliet going for it for that third position. A drive down to the inside. Sends it down into turn 3. Is he going to be able to slide up and complete the pass? Berger fights back hard. He goes with a crossover. To the inside goes the 77. They're side by side down the front straightaway. Who does Zola go with? Zola goes with the 77. Balliet fights hard on the outside. Only working lap 6 of 100, and the change up here near the front of the running order. Berger trying to clear up the third. Balliet still fighting hard on that outside. Balliet deeming track position very valuable here in the early stages of tonight's race, and it is going hard for that third position. They still go at it side by side through turns 3 and 4. It looks like Berger is clear now. Zala wants a piece of the action. Now Berger not clear. This is going to continue to open the gap up. Looks like we have a car hitting the pit lane. Jonathan Byer hitting the pit lane, that 13 machine. Byer potentially trying to get ahead of the pit of the fueling troubles. He's going to maybe do a short pit here, maybe just a splash of fuel to get himself towards the end of the stage. We go back up front. It's Berger still holding station in 3rd position behind Scherer and Cortez. Valiant and Zala, the rest of the top 5. Top 6 under a blanket. They are within 1 second. A little bit of a gap back to Logan Truitt, sat in 7th, right on board with the 35. You have this little group of cars here. Looks like it's headed by Truitt. He's got Markle, Cardullo, Techmeyer in tow. And these drivers, they're starting to lose a little bit of touch. Actually, now Truitt really reeling that gap back in, but losing a little touch of those 6 out in front. Right here, the lead pack is these 11 cars. You look at Burke, Wade, they have lost the draft, and Byer has pitted. And so, obviously, he has also lost touch with the lead pack. Jonathan Byer has returned to racing action, but here he is entering turn 1. If you look off the back bumper, you can see the leaders fast approaching. And Byer, with no draft, is going to be in a very peculiar position as the drivers continue to close that gap. Byer did only stop for 5 seconds, so that was a fuel-only stop to top off that number 13, but trying to stay on the lead lap. Byer could potentially come out as the leader at the end of the stage, or after the stage pit stops happen at lap 25. Off of turn 4, concluding lap 9 of 100 here. You start the 10th lap. 10% down. It's Cortez leading Scherer, Valiant, Berger, Zala to top 5. Battle here, Zala around the outside in that 85 machine. Valiant did make his move past the 77, and Zala looking to follow suit. The 85 with the nose ahead entering turn 3. Berger contests it heavily on the inside. Not sure if he'll have the run up off the corner, but he's still down there. More cars in the pit lane. Truitt and Cardullo, they saw their teammate hit the pit lane, come out in front of the field, and they decided, well, we're still in the pack and we still have a chance to pit, get a splash of fuel, and come back out in front of the leaders. We're going to go for it. So Logan Truitt and Landon Cardullo both opting for the fuel strategy here of pitting during the stage to try to save some time on pit road later on lap 25. It is fuel only down and away for Truitt and Cardullo. They had 7 seconds and 6.5 seconds on the pit box respectively, as Cortez coming off of turn 4. Sure, again hot in pursuit. No real movement here, no real contest from Sure to get past Cortez. We'll see where Cardullo and Truitt come out, but they are rounding the bend out of turn 2. They're getting up to speed now, just getting up to 4th gear. They're going to come out actually in front of Jonathan Byer. And so now 3 JBR cars are trying this strategy of short pitting here halfway through the opening stage to get some fuel in these machines, and they don't have to struggle with the fuel difficulties later in the stage. Meanwhile, Cortez still heads the field, and you just have to wonder what is the fuel strategy for the 24 machine if he cannot make it to the conclusion of lap 25. 12 down, 13 to go in stage 1. Cortez and Sure still head the field. Tight here between Tyler Markle and James Jackson, the battle for 6. Markle in that blue number 42. And has that blue representing the Detroit Lions. Man, Tyler Markle, the hometown hero, if you will. Home track here in Michigan. Huge Lions fan. Decided to come all out in Detroit pride for the home race here. Right now up to 6. Not a bad run for the 42 machine. With him getting up to that 6th position, that makes 6 cars inside the top 5 tank racing drivers. The one non-tank racing driver inside the top 6 is Jacob Zala in that 4th position. So tank doing the heavy lifting here early. We'll see what the order is towards the end of the stage. Something to note here, Jesse Nakula nearly 1 second back off of James Jackson and is barely hanging on by a thread to this draft of the cars out in front. Nakula has to get something together here with Techmeyer so they can close that gap. We'll ride on board with a 36. Able to close that gap a little bit, but not making massive indents in that deficit Nakula has to Jackson. Now Zala closing that gap to the 07 of Balliet. Top 4 within 1 second. The lead pack within 2 seconds. Lead pack consisting of 7 drivers. The entire tank racing set of drivers. Zala in 4th and James Jackson out of James Jackson Wade Racing in that 29 machine is sat 7th. Nakula still barely within 1 second, and that's the real time difference. You could expect a difference in the slipstream really pulling that car forward, or the drop off there. You're right around that 1 second bracket. That's where you're really going to be able to feel the effects of the slipstream. And Nakula barely hanging on. He was able to pull the last couple laps, but now it's looking like it's heading the other direction. And now the battle here, Berger up on Zala. They go at it once again for 4th. No real movement then amongst the top 5. Zala still holds 4th, but way up the track is the 85. Either trying a different line to get a better run up off the corner, or something amiss with that 85 machine. Maybe a handling issue. We'll keep tabs on it. Tightest battle here is not really a battle. It's the teammates sat 12th and 13th, Truitt and Cardullo. They are again back here. They're about 2 seconds up on Jonathan Byer as well, who Byer is a couple seconds away from being lapped as well. 17 complete here from Michigan. It's Cortez still heading the field, heading to train, and we'll see if there's any plan for Cortez to drop back, save some fuel, or Cortez is going to have to come down the pit lane here. But the stage to conclude at lap 25 after the 10th place vehicle has crossed the start finish line. The caution will be triggered, and now Zala, big run on Balliet, the battle for 3rd. Something amiss with sure. Here comes Balliet and Zala. It's going to be a 3-car battle for 2nd. Cortez opens up half a second. Sure, battling some handling issues in that dirty air. Balliet, he sniffs the blood in the water, jumps up to that outside. Big run there. Still looking up high. The 85 has sat behind as well, and Zala watching this play out. Cortez now up to about 0.6 of a second. His gap over Scherer and Balliet. Balliet, he gets out there. The 07 to the outside of the 17. Side by side in the 3. Balliet, huge head of steam on the outside. Sure, nothing to do but to just sit there and watch the 07 go by. Zala still looking to follow the 17. Now jumps up high. Balliet nearly cleared up in the 2nd. And the sender and the 1 he does. Now Zala following suit, as Jesse Nakula in the 36 will hit the pit lane. Zola trying to snag third here, then for the stage. Sure, fighting hard there in the middle of the racetrack. Zola trying to pin him down. On the front straight, you'll see them pull away from one another. Zola will try to side draft into corners, and Sure will try to escape that side draft on the straightaway. Heavily contested battle for that third position. Zola up high, Sure down low. Cortez nearly 9/10 out in front of Balliet. Jesse Nakula coming out right behind Bayer. And Zola clears by Sure. And so it's Vincent Cortez leading 8/10 over Joshua Balliet. Zola, Sure, Berger the top 5. Markle, Jackson. As James Jackson's lost the lead pack. Tyler Markle the last leg of this lead pack. 6 cars now in this lead pack as Jackson's fallen off. Techmeyer in 8th, Burke 9th. Jackson Way now heading to top 10. And now Sure on Zola. Here we go again. And the 17 of Ed Sure clears. 2 to race lead. 2 laps to go in stage 1. Vincent Cortez a 9/10 of a second advantage. Is he saving fuel? Yes, he is. Listen to this thing. Silence in the corners. Not able to do it there in 3 and 4, but Cortez is coming around to 1 lap to go. Are they all saving? Techmeyer saving. You hear a lot of these drivers saving fuel here. Last lap of the stage on board Cortez. We'll see here. Silence in turn 1. But Vincent Cortez halfway down the back straightaway for the conclusion of stage 1. A massive, widespread, strategy-filled stage 1. And off of turn number 4, Vincent Cortez will come and take the flag and win stage 1 here at Michigan. That car is silent. Sure goes by. Balliet goes by. Are they out of fuel? They're all saving fuel. And the caution comes out. They're all saving fuel. Oh my goodness. All the cars are silent as the caution comes out. Zola's car is silent. The 29, the 6, they're all quiet. As Techmeyer and Berg, they didn't even finish the stage. Sure, leading the field here. This is amazing. This is the slowest lap around. Everyone competing to go as slow as they can. Balliet is going to take the penalty and pit early. Cortez is gonna pit. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Zola's gonna take the penalty and pit. These cars are silent. And then here comes Truett. Truett's gonna go by. Cardula's gonna go by. Sure. The leader. This is This is going to be a mess to work out. The Truett's coming down. Cardullo, Bayer. Sure, they all passed the leader. That's intriguing. See how this is going to be ruled. This is a rules mess. So Troy Techmeyer takes the lead, but I don't think he or Burke are going to hold stand as they pitted when pit lane was closed. And how's this one going to work out? I think everyone, just about, has broken some rule. Logan Truitt is down and away. Everyone other than maybe Sure, Berger, and Markle, I think, and James Jackson, I think, are all good. Everyone else has broken some sort of rule in terms of pitting too soon or passing under the yellow. It'll be intriguing to see how this gets sorted out. But right now, Logan Truitt's being scored as the leader now. Techmeyer and Burke, they are on the bottom side of the racetrack. Now, I'm not sure how Truitt or Bayer are going to hold stand. They passed somebody still going way above pace speed. So as far as maintaining pace speed, that's going to be an intriguing battle as well. Then you have Cortez, Balliet, and Zala, who all pitted a lap too soon. So there's a lot going here. I don't believe Nakula has done anything wrong. It looks like it's going to be Truitt and Bayer. They're going to hold the lead here, even though they passed under caution. Berger then is third. Nakula fourth. Sure fifth. Cardullo sixth. And then Techmeyer. Burke pitted while pit lane was closed under the green flag. Cortez, Balliet, and Zala pitted when pit lane was closed under the yellow flag. Not sure where Jackson Wade and James Jackson fall in the line, and Tyler Markle also pitted under caution. So it looks like there's going to be no penalty for Truitt and Bayer passing under yellow. So this is the order. Then with Logan Truitt and Jonathan Bayer, Seth Berger, Jesse Nakula, Ed Shearer, Landon Cardullo, Troy Techmeyer, Carl Burke, Vincent Cortez, Joshua Balliet, Jacob Zala, James Jackson, Jackson Wade, Tyler Markle, the 14 drivers remaining. Green flag in the air. Racing once again from Michigan. Stage 2 is underway. For the lead here, Logan Truitt up high, Seth Berger down low. Truitt led the field to the green, and Berger's going to lead him back to the line. Seth Berger takes the lead from Logan Truitt. Jonathan Bayer now sat in fourth. And Cortez down on the inside of Cardullo. Cortez wins the stage. Now finds himself mired back in the middle of the field. Truitt sat in second now. Sure, trying to find a way past the 35. Big run for Truitt into center to corner. Near contact there as they come off of turn number 2. Sefberger leads here. Here goes Sure and Truitt. No pit stop from the 35. That means no penalty given. So Truitt and Beyer clear of any potential penalties for passing under yellow. Now Sure around the outside, trying to go for second. Beyer trying to close that gap as well. Truitt files into second. Here comes Sure to the inside. Sefberger and Ed Sure go side by side into turn 3. Sure down low, Berger up high. Contact between the teammates as they'll cross the stripe. Berger has the lead for now. Cortez trying to get inside of Jonathan Beyer. Sure and Berger very tightly contested to the center of turns 1 and 2. Oh, so tight between the top 2. Into turns 3 and 4. Sure with the advantage in the center to corner. Berger still fighting hard up high. Sure down to the inside. Side by side amongst the top 2. Still now drive into the center of the corner, and Edward Shearer clears to the lead. Vincent Cortez, the stage 1 winner, clears by Jonathan Beyer. Now up behind Logan Truitt. JB's got a run. He looks on Cortez. Balliet up on the inside of Nakula. Gets past Cardullo there. Cortez is cleared to 4th. Now sizes up Truitt. Nakula fights back. Balliet still wrapping that inside on the 36. Cardullo behind. Cardullo tries to get to the inside of the 07 himself. Now Cortez jumps out of line late to the inside of the 35. Vincent Cortez surging for 3rd. Cortez down to the inside of the racetrack. Cortez crosses the line down in 3rd. Edward Sure still leads then over Sefberger. Edward Sure trying to get a 2nd win on the season, getting his 1st one at Las Vegas. Sefberger trying to close out a winless streak here. Been a tough one there for Burger Nation. Berger not able to get one at all last season. And now halfway through this season as well. Working along winless streak for that 77, somewhere in the range of about 30 races for Sefberger. And you know he wants to close that one out. Balliet to the outside of Beyer. And Balliet clears by the 13. Big run now on Truitt. Can he jump down to the inside? He gets down there to Logan Truitt's inside. Side by side across the stripe. Balliet up to 4th. And ascend into turns 1 and 2. Balliet is cleared to 4th. Truitt and Beyer now battle it out for 5th. Battle here, Cardullo on Nakula. And Cardulo clears by the 36. Working lap 40 of 100 here from Michigan. It's Edward Shearer, Seth Berger, Vincent Cortez, Joshua Balliet, Logan Truitt, Jonathan Byer, Landon Cardulo. Then a battle for eighth between Zala and Nakula. Cardulo now jumps down to the inside. Big run. Over the top, Zala files in line behind Cardulo. As Zala has moved to 8th, Nakula 9th, Carl Burke, the top 10, Tyler Markle hanging on to the lead pack here in 11th, Troy Techmeyer, James Jackson 12th, 13th, Jackson Wade in 14th. This one is it though. This, you know, you don't want to lose the lead pack here. You're not so certain that you're going to get a caution to get you back in. Big run here. Zala's getting to the outside of Cardulo. So Zala's cleared up to 7th. As Burke was making a hard charge up the inside. Now Zala to Byer. He looks up high. Zala searching behind the 13 machine. Here he goes to the outside. Can he keep the power down? 85 of Zala clears by the 13, and Zala's up to 6th. Cardulo now searching on Byer. Cardulo not able to make the big move there on Byer. He'll stay put. As he worked lap 45 of 100 with all those pit stops happening at the beginning of there, stage 2, lap 26, really most of them pitted. You're looking for the next round of pit stops to be here in the 50 to 53 range, really. So pit stops on the horizon here. Berger and Cortez, they battle it out for a second. Here we go. Car in the wall. Jackson Wade into 69. We get back to this battle for a second. And Balliet trying to join the fray as well. Berger, good run, good positioning here into 24. If he can just send it down there. Cortez fights hard on the outside. Big run here, Balliet on Berger. Balliet pushing to 77. Now Cortez has a go on Ed. Balliet around the outside of the 77. Cortez, big run on Scherer. Around the outside, the 17 stays. Cortez fights hard on the inside. Berger, big run. Oh, near contact there. The top four under a blanket. As Tyler Markle hits the pit lane at 42, lot of right side damage. Back up front, sure, Cortez, Balliet. Something amiss with Seth Berger. Try and go back and see what happened to the 77. Battling here with Balliet. The 77 down on the inside. Maybe it was just really tight, started pushing up, and found himself losing a lot of time. In the pit lane is that 42 of Tyler Markle. And that might do it here for the 42, the hometown hero. $50 laps to go here from Michigan. Halfway done. Pit stops on the horizon. Carl Burke hits the pit lane in that 53 machine. So this should make it a one stop to the end for the 53. Nice stop on the sign there. Good battle here. 3-1. Cortez blocking to the grass. 3-1 for the race lead between the teammates. Sure, hold station. Out in front, Balliet, big run. Cortez tried to block it, but no way. In the pit lane then, the 32 of Troy Techmeyer. Big run here amongst the top two. And here they come. Oh, Cortez! Spinning in the grass. Last week's winner, Vincent Cortez, and the stage 1 winner in trouble. So Jackson Wade stays out, the only car yet to pit. And here comes the 69 of Jackson Wade. Edward Scherer winning the race off pit road. Balliet second. Cardulo third. Seth Berger comes out way back here. Here comes Oh, Cortez. Is he out of fuel? Oh, no. Not again. Vincent Cortez out of fuel. So as Cortez takes a slow trudge down pit lane. Two-time winner on the season. Edward Scherer leading out in front, and he's got company from the 07. As the field cycles out, 46 laps to go. Now count at 45. One more stop left in this race, and Landon Cardulo has set the fastest lap of the day at a 39.07. James Jackson in the 29, have a repairing damage or got a penalty. He's down and away. Landon Cardulo there in the 30. And running that fastest lap as Scherer opens the gap on Balliet. Oh, sure, his car sideways. There to the center of the corner. Close battle here, Beyer and Burke. Fastest lap of the race to Vincent Cortez, who lost a lap on the miscommunication. All the mistake, really, on pit entry. So Cortez, the only way he gets back in this one is with a yellow. And Beyer on Burke. They switch hands here. Beyer clears by to 53. So Jonathan Beyer up to 7th. Cortez clears by Techmeyer. The top two continue to... Well, the gap between the top two continues to grow slightly. So we're at this point of the race where the strategies have all kind of been made. Strategy's pretty straightforward. At this point, you go till about 24 laps to go, which should be lap 76. If you can make it to that point, you pit, full tank of fuel, packet full of fuel, and that'll be it. You'll make it to the end. Should there not be any extracurriculars at the end of the race, like overtime and such. At this point, there's been a lot. Look at Vincent Cortez, who I think I missed with the 69 at Jackson Wade. Looks like we have lost the 69 of Wade from timing and scoring. Oh, he's back. There he is. Jackson Wade nearly fell out of the session. Not the best of days for James Jackson Wade Racing. Is James Jackson 2 laps off the pace? Wade Lost touch with the lead pack. Last car in the lead lap. Real battle here between the JBR cars. Truett holding station over Bayer. Big run as Bayer peeks down to the inside. Not able to take it anywhere just yet. And so Bayer continues to size up the teammate and the car that he owns in the 35 of Logan Truett. Getting tight back up front for the race lead. Balliette's closed that gap to under 0.2 of a second. Sure, trying to hang on to that thing. That 17's been getting a little loose through the center of the corner. You kind of see it trickle loose throughout the laps. You saw one of the onboards with Balliette. We'll see here. And 17 isn't 100% planted into the racetrack here. And so Balliette, big run. Trying to get it done today. The gap remains 0.2 of a second between the top two. And it's the closest real point on the racetrack. .36 laps to go. Balliette continues to size up Ed. Trying to find a way down low, find a way up high. But here he is. Going at it now. This is the closest Balliette's been in a minute. All over the rear end of the 17. Look at this run. Big run here out of turn 4 for the 07. Doesn't take it. He'll sit behind. He'll let it marinate a little bit. He'll work it out. And so Balliette had a big run there. I think he's kind of toying with the idea, trying to figure it out right now. Up high goes Sure. Now Balliette down to the inside. Or by inside, I mean more middle of the racetrack than Sure is. And Sure gets the run that time. You can just see how powerful that outside lane is. But you don't want to run directly into tire tracks of that car if you can avoid it. Now Sure way up there. I think he's protecting that line. Now Balliette's going to have to try a different way to close that gap to the 17. Back with Sure. Defending up high. The lane change for Edward Shearer has really improved the run time now for the 17. He is opening the gap once again to the 07, and Balliette trying to adapt now. Big run through the center corner, but Shearer is going to eat it here on exit. Big gain there actually from Balliette. Looks like he toyed with it a little bit more. He's starting to get it down, but also Cardulo closing the gap behind. Sure has to lift. Big run, Balliet. There he is. We're not done yet for this battle for the race lead. Don't look too soon as well. Landon Cardulo ran the same lap as Joshua Balliet last lap. That 30 car is fast. So the top three running fast lap times. Berger actually ran the fastest lap on the track last time by. But the top three now within a second. Cardulo, he's got a chance here. He's coming and closing that gap 9/10 of a second. Cardulo matched Schur's lap time last lap. Balliet, big lunge there. Cardulo's gaining now under 8/10 of a second. 3/4 second to gap. And Cardulo starting to really show the long run pace. Sure, hanging tight up there. Last lap, Cardulo ran 2/10 quicker than both of them. Cardulo has got something figured out. So Balliet now running even higher than Schur is through the corner. Oh, something on Mr. Cardulo. Loses a lot of time there. I think Cardulo maybe pushed it too hard, had to lift, but just as Cardulo was gaining on the top two, he has since doubled his deficit. So unfortunate there for the 30 machine. We watch Balliet. Balliet's studying. And Schur is looking in that mirror as well. You know, both of these drivers taking notes from one another. Big momentum swing there to the 17 as Balliet barely closing the gap on the front stretch, only a couple hundredths that time. Final pit stops looming large. Final pit stops to be made here in the next 5 to 7 laps. Carl Burke in trouble. The 53 off the racetrack and into the inside wall. The caution comes out for only the second time today. And this changes everything. We'll see what the 53 does. Oh, just slowing down. That's what we saw live. We might have to go back and see if there is a mechanical issue to the 53, but if there isn't a mechanical issue, this has got to be looked at then by the admins. If it's not a mechanical issue, because it could be then attempting to influence the race. Not sure what that was about, but that brings out the second caution of the day. The only caution for incident, and the pit lane is busy. It is feeding time. Down and away, and Balliet jumps, sure, maybe, no, sure, it got it at the line. Actually, we'll see. Looks like Balliet has scored out in front, and Cardullo, Berger, Zala to top 5. And they're giving it to the 07. So Balliet wins the race off pit lane. Here's James Jackson trying to get the lap back. Cortez, the lucky dog. That puts him back on the lead lap, and he's back in this race. It's going to be a hard charge for the 24, but not impossible. Oh, and here's the other thing. We're right at that fuel window. Looks like Bayer, Zala, Nikula, Truitt, a bunch of JVR drivers coming down to top off on fuel. So working our second caution period of the day, the only other caution period for incident today. Joshua Balliet has reclaimed the race lead, taking it from Ed Shearer. Row 2 will consist of Cardullo in 3rd, Berger in 4th, Troy Techmeyer sat in 5th, then drivers who came to top off on fuel. Zala in 6th, Cortez are going to be sent to the back here, so it'll be Bayer 7th, then Nikula 8th, Truitt 9th, Jackson Wade in 10th. And so only the second time today we've had a caution. And the iRacing.com safety vehicle is going to find its safety down the pit lane. The field is in the hands of Joshua Balliet. And green flag back in the air, racing once again from Michigan. Balliet sideways, sure, clears back for the race lead. Seth Berger sat in 3rd. Cardullo and Zala to top 5. Balliet now tries the outside. 23 to go. How about Troy Techmeyer? He did lose a couple spots from the restart, but still up here in 7th. Good run for the 32. Balliet a charge on the 17, closing the gap. Resuming this battle that was going on before, and Edward Shearer has just ran fastest lap of the day, a 38.96. Oh my goodness. Into the 38s with the 17 machine. He'll continue to battle it out tight here between Cardullo and Zala. Zala all the way down to the apron, trying to get past the 30 machine. Zala wrapping that bottom very nicely. And big run for Balliet. Here we go. Side by side into turns 3 and 4. Big send from Balliet. Now Schure's got to run up off the corner. Big run for the 17. Is he going to take it? He's going to shove him. Zala and Cardullo still doing battle. Zala clears by the 30. Now Beyer looking to take advantage of the 30, and the 13, here he goes to the inside. Everyone nose to tail now behind Balliet. Zala now fights to the outside of the 77. Crash, James Jackson off the racing surface. We stay green. Battle here, Berger and Cardullo. Try to see what happened to James Jackson in a little bit, but very tightly contested up here. Cardullo files back in line tight between Cortez, Beyer, Techmeyer, 3 wide. Cortez sideways on the inside. Into the walls, Techmeyer. Here comes Cortez. You gotta assume there's some fuel saving games going on here. That's why this whole pack is jumbled up. Zala's got a big run here. Where's he gonna go with it? Techmeyer rounding the outside of Beyer. Cortez pounds the wall down. Tight out for the lead. Schure to the inside. Zala trying to see where he can go from third. Schure clears to the race lead over Balliet. $16 laps to go here from Michigan. Fuel saving in the mix as well. Beyer clears back by Cortez. As we await as the laps continue to tick down. Here from Michigan. Beyer and Techmeyer still battle it out for 6th. And Beyer clears by Techmeyer. Now Cortez, big run on the 32. Here comes Cortez on the 13 now. Vinny trying to clear past Beyer. Contact there. More contact there. Very tight racing between Cortez and Beyer. Beyer fights hard on the outside of Cortez. Cortez clears by the 13. So Vinnigan, a little physical, elbows out, trying to work his way forward. Here's the top 5. Schura, Balliet, Zala, Berger, and Cardulo. Cortez, Beyer, Truitt, Techmeyer, Wade. The top 10, Nakula, Valid, Lap. Well, everyone's still running. 11 cars still running here in Michigan. Top 9 still in the lead pack. Jackson Wade hasn't had the best of days, and Jesse Nakula lost the lead pack here. Here goes Berger on Zala as they battle it out. 13 laps to go here from Michigan. Berger with the run. He looks down to the inside. And a send down to the inside from the 77. Can he clear up? And Berger clears the third. Zala, big run, near contact into the back of the 77. Now Berger down to the inside. Sure, up high. Balliet in the middle. 3 wide, potentially for the race lead. They are. Off of turn 4, Balliet now down low. Where does Berger go? Berger trying to follow the 07. 11 laps to go here from Michigan. Balliet down to the inside on Sure. Nose ahead to the 07. They'll be side by side down the back. Now Sure with the run. Balliet side drive now. Balliet back in line. Sure fights hard up top. Berger trying to get to the inside of the 07. Big run here. 10 laps to go. Berger and Balliet now going at it. Berger trying to wrap that inside. Trying to get up alongside the 17. Cleared up the second is Berger. Balliet with the crossover. What's going on for a second is exactly what Ed wants to be seeing and hearing as his teammates continue to duel it out for a second. Now Balliet files in line back to third. Zala shoving the 07. Now Berger, does he have enough time to regroup and go for it? Berger going for it now. Opens the door to Balliet on the outside. Big run here for Berger on Sure. Berger trying to wrap that inside. Zala's gone to the inside of Balliet. Zala files back in line behind the 07. Berger not able to do anything yet. 8 laps to go. Plenty of time. Balliet now going defensive on the front straightaway down to the inside. Jackson Wade having connection troubles once again. 7 laps to go. Tight here now. Balliet, big run. Caution on the speedway. Oh my goodness. Jackson Wade upside down, up and over. What in the world happened? And then Wade in the grass and then just barrel rolls. Oh my goodness. Into the catch fence. It's a wicked ride for the 69. Barrel rolling across the front straightaway here at Michigan. Jackson Wade had connection issues. Not sure if he got turned amidst those connection issues, but something definitely went wrong for the 69. Either he got loose or something, but what a wicked crash. For Jackson Wade. Absolutely unbelievable. It's all we really have. Just not entirely sure what to make of it. But I do know with 5 laps to go, it's Edward Shearer leading, Berger, Balliet, Zala, Cortez, Cardula, Bayer, Truitt, Nakula, and Techmeyer. We're going to take a quick break here. We have not heard from our partners here at Speed Racing Network all day. We're going to take this time to give them a shout out. Don't go anywhere. Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Michigan International Speedway. We're here in the conclusion and the final stages of round number 9 of 18 here from the Michigan International Speedway. It's Edward Shearer, Seth Berger, Joshua Balliet, Jacob Zala, and Landon Cardulo, the top 5. To get ready to restart here, it is not overtime, but it's a 3-lap shootout here to the end. Can we make it back to the checkers? As the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down in the pit lane, the field is in the hands of Edward Shearer, and racing resumes here from Michigan. Big run for the 17 of Ed Shearer. Now Balliet and Berger duel it out for second. Zala trying to shove his way through from 4th. Off of turn number 4. 2 laps to go, 4 miles to settle it. Balliet all the way down to the inside. Sure, drops down to defend. Big run from Sefberger. They're gonna be side by side, very close between the 2 teammates. Does anyone have anything for Ed? Berger still quarter second back as they continue to battle it out. Sure, loving everything in his mirror. Balliet clears up to second. 1 lap to go here from Michigan. The top 5 are nose to tail on under a blanket. Sure, just defends up high. They're all packing up. Cortez nearly into the 85. 1 last time down the back straightaway. Can Sure hold on. Balliet, he's gonna send it down low. Big send from the 07. Can he make it stick? They're gonna be side by side on the turn 4. Balliet clears to the race lead. It's gonna be a race to the line. Berger's gonna get churned in. Balliet, I think, wins this race. Oh my goodness! I think Joshua Balliet just won this race. It is zeros across the board. And we're gonna go take a replay of that one. Coming to the checkers. If there's any view of it, it's gonna be this one. Here they come. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Joshua Balliet just barely beats out Edward Shearer, and rightfully so, the driver sitting in ThermoPro Series victory lane. Oh my goodness. And Joshua Balliet picking up what is his... This is going to be his 4th win on the season for Joshua Balliet. And this one's something else. Joshua Balliet in the 07 machine, deserving of the victory here in Michigan. Can't even see the car. It's engulfed in smoke. But we'll have the opportunity to talk to the race winner, driver of the 07, Joshua Balliet, in a wild photo finish. Mal, how did you do that?
I'm still shocked. I cleared him. Like, I wasn't anywhere close, I felt, going into 3. And then out of 4, I was like, I'm clear. I was so shocked. I guess Ed may have gotten, like, a little tight or something, but I'm just like, I tried making that move how many times in, like, the past how many stints, and I couldn't get there, and somehow this time it worked.
It was an absolutely phenomenal move. I mean, all day today, you were up inside the top 5. I think maybe even surprising yourself with how well you ran today. Just a wild finish there. What was that like? Was there fuel saving going on in that final stint that was kind of really bogging down the aggressiveness?
The final stint, there was a little bit of fuel saving that had to happen because we were like, the fuel was 25, we pit with 26 to go, and there was like maybe like a quarter of a lap you had to save, so we were kind of like trading, I guess, the lead a little bit there, saving. So, but then after the yellow came out, we were pretty good on fuel, so we just battled it out. When Seth when me and Seth started battling, we're there at the end. I was like, man, we just gave Ed the win. And then I launched it into 3 because I was like, Seth ended up getting a bad run out of 2, and I was like, yeah, I'll make it interesting for the broadcast. And then all of a sudden, out of 4, I'm clear. I'm like, what?
Well, have you had a moment to look back at how close it was?
No, not yet.
Well, here you go. If you look at your Discord, you'll be able to see it. This might be the closest finish. This one was tight. It was zeros across the board on my end. I'm sure you got that extra decimal point. I mean, oh, so close between you two as you come down to the wire.
It was 3 thousandths.
3 1,000ths, and you're gonna see it right here. It comes up, Ed closing the gap, and just my goodness, that is something else. Real quick, there was a lot of confusion on my end. What I mean, I know the fuel window played a lot of that in stage 1, at the end of stage 1, but where were the penalties, or what was the scoring like there with people pitting before the end of the stage, but while pit lanes closed, and you guys pitting a lap early, and then people passing under caution? What was all that scoring? Was that explained to you?
I don't know about the people that pit when the pit lanes closed, because I don't know who that was, what happened to them. But I know for us, when we pit that first time by and it was closed, like that's just a drop to the end. So we were really close on fuel, and then by the time we got to 3, I think Ed and Seth were the only people that could actually, out of the tank crew, that could actually go the full lap around. Like once we hit the line and we realized, oh, we have to go a whole extra lap, we were like, yeah, I have the pit, and Vinny ran out at the line, so.
Well, nonetheless, Mao, this race, your 4th win on the season in spectacular end of the race fashion. Enjoy this one, man. It looks like it's coming back to you here again. Your 4th win on the season, still out there, just increasing your point lead over the rest of the field as you get ready for a playoff run here. Just never win in the arsenal for you, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, now I owe Ed one because I kind of stole one from him now.
There you go. I'm sure you guys will figure it out. Maybe Talladega coming up around the corner will be a good opportunity there. I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, thank you.
Driver of the number 07, Joshua Balliet, and there's 2 sides to every great finish. The heartbreaking side of it, driver of the number 17, Ed Shearer. Just I'm almost speechless, man. Or I don't even know what to ask you. What more could you have done?
Just a couple more inches, maybe, like Talladega rule. But no, it's just that's. I didn't need that caution. That caution really hit me, and I needed that to go long. And I just thought running the top there and 3 and 4 was gonna be good, but Mal was able to just drive it in deep. I was hoping he was gonna get loose doing it, and he didn't. And just able to stick it. I was trying to do the crossover, and I think I should have just ducked down more than I did. I thought I would be able to do better, and right here I was just like, I try side jumping back, and I got close. I just needed a couple more inches maybe. But damn, it hurts. But I'm happy with 2nd after the last couple weeks we've had.
I know you didn't get the best finish you wanted out of Richmond, and a couple of the other weeks haven't gone your way as well. So after that win at Vegas, it's been a little bit of a dry spell for you. Another podium for the 17 machine with the playoffs looming. What do you think about maybe being able to get this team back on track and try to make a playoff run here?
Go win it at Texas. I mean, that's all we can do, really. I mean, to be honest with you. I mean, we had a good enough showing. We know we had a good car and led the majority of the laps tonight with the Meals on Wheels Ford Mustang. And thank you to everybody at Tank and Lucky Ducks for allowing this. I know John with Lucky Ducks going to be happy with the 1-2 with me and Mal, because Mal's coming on as a truck driver next year for Lucky. And in another league, I got him over with. I know John's going to be happy with that finish. But yeah, damn, I just wanted that one personally. I just felt like we had a good enough car to do it. And unluckily, we'll have to go route him out at Texas and see what we can do there. I know Texas is a good track for me, and should be interesting because I know my teammate Seth is also good there too, so we'll have to watch out for Seth. But happy for Mal though. It was a fun race. I didn't want to do that with anybody else different. I mean, me and Mal have been close a lot of times and raced together a lot, and that was awesome. I hope everybody enjoyed that. And I can imagine how you were. That was interesting watching 2 of your best friends battle like that. But yeah.
So, oh my goodness,
that was fun though.
I didn't know what to say, and that was just absolutely incredible. Um, Great finish. And I know this one's gonna stink because you led a lot of laps there at the end and really had this race in your back pocket here. But as he said, you know you can do it. It's just gonna be piecing to run together here in the coming weeks, Ed. So congratulations on the second place finish and best luck to you going forward, man.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to shout out one more time, Meals on Wheels, America, Roasted Chips Coffee, Lucky Ducks, Simrap Market, Tank Racing, and all my teammates for everything. And no matter what, it was a good points night, so I'm happy with that. But we'll go kick some butt at Texas.
There you go. That is second place finisher, driver of the number 17, Ed Shearer, and he'll be working his way through the rest of the coming weeks. So that was second place finisher, driver of number 17. And next we'll bring on up our third place finisher, driver of number 85 out of Bird Dog Racing in that Chicago Heights Star Tool and Die Works Incorporated, number 85 Toyota Supra. Jacob, good run for you today, man. A lot of pace on that 85 machine. That red car was really trickling up the running order. What more could you have done there at the end with that final restart?
I mean, I don't know if there's anything we could have done. These tank guys are really freaking good, and Balliet and Evershear definitely have racecraft to them. I think I used up a little bit of more tire than they did on that last run, so I really don't think there was anything we could have done.
Nonetheless, Jacob, this I think probably one of the highlights for you on the season, man. A great run tonight, a lot of pace. The 85 machine was really running consistent, fast laps with comparable to the leaders today. Coming up here with Texas, Dega, Rockingham, and Kansas to close out this regular season. How do you really get yourself into the mindset now to set yourself going in the right direction for a playoff run here coming up in the next few weeks?
I mean, these tracks are going to be tough, especially with Talladega coming in the mix. I mean, the super speedways are probably anyone can win it. I mean, I won Daytona, so I mean, anyone can win Talladega. Texas, I don't really like Texas that much, but we're just going to have to put ourselves in a playoff mindset, and hopefully we can win a championship. I really don't think we have a chance with all these tank guys in here, but, I think we still got a chance for something.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to give it a shot here in the coming weeks. You say you're not too fond of Texas, but a lot of run here. I know it's a 2-mile track, but there's some carryover characteristics between here and an intermediate. What can you take? What did you learn today they can take to try to improve how you're gonna go about Texas next week?
Definitely tire saving. We definitely have to save tires more at Texas than probably here. It didn't feel like the tire fall off was too bad here. I really wouldn't know because we're only running 25 laps on a tank, so it didn't really seem like the tire fall off carried here. I have a feeling it's going to carry more at Texas, but before I get out of here, I would like to thank my sponsors, Bird Dog Racing, Chicago Heights Star Tool and Die. We were the lone Bird Dog Racing car in the field tonight, so that's fun. Team points are definitely not going to amount to anything tonight, especially with just me being in the field, but still a good run. And I'd like to thank my dad for hanging out as well. He was in there in the Discord, kind of helped me out with strategy.
But there you go, Jacob. A very impressive third place finish today. Great run for this 85 machine, and best luck to you going here to conclude the regular season, man.
All right, thank you.
That was driver of the number 85, Jacob Zala, and that is the third place finisher tonight. And let's see how the rest of these drivers came to the checkers this evening here at Michigan. The race results coming up on your screen here on the far side of the transition, and just showing how crazy this finish was. Let's go through our race results. Then, with our first place finisher, then Joshua Balliet getting that victory, and Edward Shearer finishing in second. Jacob Zala coming home in that third position. Vincent Cortez finishing in fourth. Seth Berger rounds out the top five, making the four top five finishers for Tank Racing in the top five. It's a JBR trio here with Landon Cardulo, Jonathan Byer, Logan Truitt, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Jesse Nakula finishes 9th, and Troy Techmeyer, the top 10. Jackson Wade will finish 11th, 6 laps off the pace after a wild ride here on the front straightaway. James Jackson will finish in 12th, 7 laps down. Carl Burke brings up that second caution. He will finish 13th, 28 laps off the pace. It's Tyler Markle not making the halfway point tonight, finishing 14:52 laps off the pace. Connor Cunningham not taking the green flag tonight. That is now the 14 drivers who started the 15 who made it to the track today will score tonight here from Michigan. And it was a nice, hard-fought, clean race today. Couple of incidents there. Something weird amiss with the 53 of Carl Burke, and then a wild flip from Jackson Wade sets up this incredible overtime, or not overtime, but 3-lap shootout, and gets us this incredible photo finish here across the stripe. And yeah, it was a fantastic race. Great week tonight here. Great week here at the Michigan International Speedway of racing for both Glitch and ThermoPro alike. As I come across the stripe just one more time, you'll see just how close this finish was up above. Valiette again on the track. Sure, just transitioning from the apron and that's how they came across the stripe, man. So Joshua Valiette, the driver sitting in ThermoPro Series victory lane tonight, and we have coming up next the Lone Star State and Texas Motor Speedway, being our home for next week's round number 10, being Texas, and it's gonna be a fun one there as well. So Valiant getting the win tonight. He gets his 4th win on the season. I want to give a shout out to all of our partners here at Speed Race Network. A huge shout out to Glitch. Make sure you use code SRN10 for 10% off of your Glitch purchases. ThermoPro, of course, our series partner tonight. Make sure you use code ThermoPro Team for 15% off of ThermoPro products. Of course, meat thermometers, and the rest of food prep supplies all available at ThermoPro. And admin box has been on your screen all evening long. Make sure you use code SRN-box. That's BOXX for 10% off of your admin box purchases. If you're watching on YouTube, we would greatly appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe and continue to support us here at Speed Racing Network. And while you're at it, guys, check out the Speed Racing Network Premium Membership Program. For $4.99 a month today, you can get access to loyalty badges, custom emojis, exclusive wallpapers and photos, early access to new content, member shoutouts, members only live chats, and priority reply to comments. To join today, you can click that bright blue join button next to the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. While you're at it, guys, check out our social media outlets, our Facebook page at facebook.com/Speed Racing Network, our X page at Speed Racing Net, our Instagram at Speed Racing Network, our YouTube at youtube.com/Speed Racing Network, our Twitch at twitch.tv/Speed Racing Net, our LinkedIn at linkedin.com/company/Speed Racing Network, and of course the website where you can keep up with all things SRN when it comes to news, schedules, stats, points, and all that jazz is waiting for you at speedracingnetwork.com. Again, it was a great bit of racing here for the Speed Racing Network, both the Glitch Truck Series and the ThermoPro Series, tackling the Bad Fast Michigan International Speedway. But that'll do it for us here from the Great Lakes State. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. For all at Speed Racing Network, I am Emerson Arden. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time out from the Lone Star State.